Welcome back for another video. Today's video is a short and sweet one to talk about a few changes FPL have made to the rules for 2022-23. One change in particular very important. Some of you may have even missed it, and it will certainly have an impact on the best way to play FPL this season, so you don't want to miss this one, and we'll go through everything you need to know. So this season the Premier League will be disrupted by the World Cup held in Qatar. Gameweek 16 is on the 12th of November, and Gameweek 17 isn't until the 26th of December, 6 weeks later. As a consequence of that 6-week break, we will be given unlimited transfers to use between Gameweek 16 and 17. A lot of people have been saying we'll be getting 3 wildcards, but it won't work quite like that. It works like a wildcard in the sense of unlimited transfers, however there will be for that break between Gameweek 16 and 17 only. In other words, it's a third chance to completely overhaul your squad as opposed to the 2 we normally get in a typical season. Therefore the first wildcard must be used before Gameweek 16 or you lose it. This is huge because in a typical season, you could wildcard in Gameweek 5 and not use your second wildcard until Gameweek 30, which is at least 25 game weeks to navigate using transfers only. This season it's therefore a 16-week game. Forget about anything after the World Cup right now because we all get a reset in Gameweek 16. This means you can afford to play a bit more aggressively, be it from Gameweek 1 or after your first wildcard. In the last video we rated your FPL teams. Some of you have gone Salahless or Haalandless despite the huge ownership. It's perhaps more of an option this season, as an early wildcard is more of an option than it typically is. Your wildcard only needs to take you to Gameweek 16. One golden wildcard opportunity is between Gameweek 8 and 9, which is an international break. In other words, you get 2 weeks to think of your team and you can adapt in case of any injuries picked up over the break. You can also jump on a few price rises and potentially improve your team value. This falls perfectly between Gameweek 1 and the reset in Gameweek 16. Another approach I quite like is to start the season relatively template, and if you can manage your squad fine until near Gameweek 16, you can afford to play extremely aggressively on a 2 or 3 week punt. For example, you could load up on Spurs players who have Newcastle and Bournemouth in Gameweek 13 and 14, and then wildcard and switch them to assets from teams like Man City and West Ham who play back-to-back home games before the World Cup. The potential swing from Son and Kane to KDB and Haaland over that spell could be a massive play. Bowen with 2 home games, another great option right before the reset. Arsenal have Chelsea away and Wolves away as the final 2 games before, so they're another side you could look to shift on beforehand. Technically you could wildcard into Gameweek 16 and this would be like having an extra free hit chip, but this won't be the optimal use of the chip. We'll talk more about this nearer the World Cup, but there's a bunch of popular assets that aren't going to the World Cup having failed to qualify. This too could be something to take advantage of as they will have had a long rest and be raring to go again. A couple of other changes I wanted to highlight that are in effect this season. You can now make 20 transfers maximum per game week. I'm hoping none of you ever find yourself in that position. This rule was introduced last season as an emergency precaution when a lot of managers had their accounts hacked, and this is now a permanent rule. The other change for the 22-23 season is 2-factor authentication. In a nutshell, this is an extra layer of security for your FPL account, and it takes 2 minutes to set up. Whenever you log into your account, you'll also need to enter a code from an app on your phone. I can't recommend this enough, as you'll often be surprised how often websites get breached, and if you're one of those people that use the same password in multiple sites, then you are vulnerable. In any case, it is good practice, and to set this up I've dropped the link in the description to the page on the FPL site. Thanks for watching today's video. If you found it useful, please consider subscribing to the channel. See you soon for the next one.